Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Heavy Fallout. Today, we're going to be talking about what it would be like after like a all-out nuclear war. Like all the countries just unleash on each other. Russia, China, United States just go full-out nuclear warfare. What would it be like in the aftermath?
Yeah.
What do you think it would be like?
Just depends on how much nuking is done. If it's all out, all the missiles they could possibly,
Like everything that's launch capable.
yeah. If they just fire off both barrels and just do everything they can, all countries shoot all their nukes. Then pretty much no one's gonna survive. It
No
would be
one at
hell on
all?
earth. Nope.
You think the whole planet would be just dead?
Oh yeah, dude. This place would be decimated. Maybe some people could survive in like
No one
some
on the planet?
deep underground bunkers or something like that, but they would live as long as there was food. We're
What about
talking.
some random cruise ship in the middle of the ocean? They're just like,
No, the radiation will kill them.
oh,
The entire planet will just be
I
a
don't think everyone would
radioactive
die.
hellhole. Oh yeah, dude. If they unleashed all of their nukes, we're all dying.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think because like the whole thing with like airbursts, no radiation when you do airbursts. That's the main goal because it kills more people. And another thing is they don't want to have a world where it's just unlivable. I think every country in the end just wants to defeat their enemy and have a place where you could still live. Like you
The
think they're
good,
just
the good-natured governments of the
no,
world.
no. I'm just saying like
The
that's a
kind-hearted,
suicide.
the kind-hearted hand of nuclear annihilation.
It's a suicide act to just be like we're just annihilating the
Well,
planet.
you're saying if everyone unleashed all their nuclear weapons,
Like a realistic war. Like, okay, everyone's like, it's just a full on
it's
nuclear war.
thousands and thousands of nukes going off.
It's maybe 2,000 nukes.
No way.
Not all of them are like weaponized. They're all in like bunkers with like just sitting solo. Like they're
See,
just like
how
warheads.
many nukes does China have?
No one knows. Only China knows. We don't have information on that. We only know like all the other countries UK, Russia, not Ukraine anymore. Maybe Iran. Maybe they have like one. North Korea might have a few. Nothing that's going to go too far, though. I don't think they have intercontinental. But I
You
just
say
don't.
they have more than China alone has more than 700 nuclear weapons,
Right, but it's an estimate. We have really. It could be 7,000. We'd have no idea.
and then Russia's.
What are they, like 2,500? I think we slightly have more than them. What's Russia got? But how many of Russia's can even be used right now? Like, how many can left? Like, he's like, launch everything. I think it's like 30 to 40% would launch. The rest are just sitting in bunkers.
He has about 6,000 warheads,
No way.
and then we have about 5,500 warheads. So that's
God dang.
11,000. That's over 12,000 nuclear bombs going off over
But
the
they're not. They
planet.
can't all launch. How many can they launch?
No, we're saying if they
Oh,
did
there's-
all launch them and everyone just went nuke crazy and nuke the entire planet, just say goodbye, dude. Just say goodbye. Because it's not the explosions of the nuke. Yeah,
Okay,
sure, that's
no.
going to kill a ton of people, but it's the radiation
Hey,
afterwards.
hey, I've played Fallout 2 and 3, and there's gonna be people left.
Yeah.
What about the
right.
bunkers though? There's that huge bunker in like the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, they already know about that. You don't
So
think
they're
that's
just gonna-
they don't
they're
have a
just gonna-
bunker buster waiting to annihilate those people?
They're just gonna melt the mountains
They're
down.
gonna they're gonna shoot one right into that mountain and kill everybody in there.
Just boom, just
Dude,
gone.
Dude, everyone's dying.
They're all like singing "Kumbaya" in there.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not a big deal. Just get ready to die.
because
I
you
don't
got.
see
I
what
would.
the
I
problem
would
is.
think because we know Russia's biggest one is 100 megatons. And with the possibility of having one that's 200 megatons, dude. If that detonates over in like right next to the mountain, like a surface detonation,
I mean,
I would think that mountain's getting messed up.
the planet, this planet would just suck. It would just be ruined. But I don't think that.
You don't think there'd be any fun in it at all? Like there's no like wandering the wasteland as like a
Dude, there's this movie called.
boy and his dog.
I can't remember what it's
See that one?
called. It's not called Connections. It's called. I can't remember what it is.
There's a lot of
But it shows you what happens after
post-apocalyptic ones, or
a nuclear war. It's like a realistic one.
oh god, there's some brutal ones. What's the one? It came out right with was it called? Was it Book of Isaiah? What was the one with Denzel Washington?
Oh,
and the girl.
The
Book of Isaiah.
the Book of Eli.
Book of Eli.
That was an awesome movie.
There's another one. I think it was The Road or something.
Yeah,
That one. Oh,
that was awesome.
God, that was brutal.
But there's one called
Eesh.
called Threads, and it's like it's the same thing. It's just like a nuclear war happens. Everyone knows it's about to happen, and
I want to believe it'd be livable.
Yeah, well, it probably would be.
Alaska.
It'd probably be this way because most likely what would happen is it would just be like a little bit of nuking countered with a little bit more nuking, countered with a little bit more nuking, and then someone's gonna be
Enough
like,
is enough.
"Hey,
or
dude,
the
we had
leaders get
enough."
taken out, and they're like,
Yeah,
you just lose the ability or the command chain to authorize the launches to continue.
yeah,
That's another thing. Like, if America gets say America just gets wiped out, can they still even launch? Like, have someone say, "Hey, submarines launch still."
I'm sure they've got.
So it's
some
just
kind
it's
of
gonna
plan.
happen.
Some smart guy out there figured out some plan
Dude, yeah, that's
to
true.
cause
All these
havoc.
AI takes over. It's like,
Oh yeah, that's
it's like launching
it's
against
over,
ourselves
dude.
too. It's like,
That's why
we'll kill all humans.
That's why everyone wants to get off the planet. They're like, this is
yeah.
definitely going to happen sometime.
Yeah, all
so
the
we need
billionaires
we
are
need to
like-
get on Mars and the moon and have a space station and all this.
Well, that's weird you bring that up because there's a big theory that the reason we haven't seen aliens at all, or potentially we haven't made contact, and the reason why we might not be seeing them is because there's this huge hurdle to overcome, and that's getting through nuclear warfare. Like, not to say it happened, but like to progress humanity where we're no longer worried about nukes, and that every species, every like alien race, it's extremely hard for them to not go to nuclear war at some point, because you have like this, like, say, like 200, 300 years, 400 years, or any time you could have a nuclear war that would just decimate the whole planet and kill everybody, kill the whole planet. And that's possibly why we're not seeing as many alien contacts as we would think,
Yeah.
statistically. But
Yeah.
just a weird little thing. But anyways,
Yeah, who knows, man?
I would like to think that after nukes go off, you could just be like having like a roving like band of marauders just like living.
Yeah,
Still.
it's like Mad Max style.
Yes,
Or,
Mad Max, anything like that. Like you said, Book of Eli.
yeah. That still sucks, dude.
Dude, yeah, I know, but it looks.
That still sucks all the way.
It still looks so
It
cool.
seems like it'd be fun because you get to wear leather and like spiked shoulder pads.
Yeah, you
drive
got, like,
around in a dune buggy and shoot a harpoon
You're
at a
building
semi truck.
You're building your own like customized weapons, and somehow you get
Yeah.
like plasma rifles and all this crazy cool stuff.
Yeah,
But
you rename yourself.
you've got a sidekick robot from like the 50s, nuclear powered.
Yeah,
It's like, where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
It's just part of nuclear
yeah,
warfare.
it's in a lot- picked up in a Illuminati bunker or something.
Yeah. I named him Frank. He's cool.
Yeah, the whole thing depends on how much nuking is going on. If they go like 100% all the nukes, it's over. If they do 50%, like life will significantly change for everyone forever.
I'm telling you right now, there is not more than 50% of the worldwide nukes that can even be used right now. They're not on a rocket ready to fire. And on that, between all the defenses of the other countries, like, I would say another, of that 50% that launch, less than 50% will be able to detonate before they get intercepted. Maybe.
I don't know, man. I'm assuming
Because
the worst.
the big long range ones, the intercontinental ones that take the huge arc like into space, I think those are super easy to intercept, according to the media, at least.
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
know. I mean,
yeah, according to the media.
I mean,
All right, we have a balloon over Lake, what was it, Huron? Lake Huron. Oh, we're going to try to shoot it down. Whoops, we missed
Dude.
a balloon.
we
missed
can't
a
even shoot it
balloon.
with bullets because it's invincible to bullets because of the altitude. That makes zero sense. We have to use missiles. So dumb. But yeah, dude, I hope it doesn't go that way. If it just, I mean, it is what it is. If it's like that scene from Terminator where like just everyone just gets annihilated from the nukes, it's like,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
If you're living in a big city, it's probably over for you. If this goes
Yeah, but,
down,
like, could you
you're not
imagine-
going to escape in time. I mean, it's
yes,
over.
you can. Yes, you can. Don't say that. Yes, you can. Don't believe him. You can escape. We're gonna make a band of marauders. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna make a camp.
You're going to have to hide.
Yeah. It's
If
fine.
I had a basement, you
We're
know,
gonna find a bunker that's built by the government, just like in Fallout. We're gonna live there.
if you have a house and you have a backyard, if you have a backyard and you can dig into the ground, why don't you? I'm wondering why. Like, people have a bunch of
Like,
hobbies. Like, how hard is it to dig a hole
Hard.
big enough? It's not
That's
that
true.
hard.
well, I mean, depends on where you are in the country. Like if you're digging in the middle of the desert, that's just hard
In
rock.
the
If you're
desert,
in the
like
Midwest,
out here, the desert, you can't dig in the ground. It's hard as cement. But I mean, like
Midwest or
in
East
the
Coast.
Midwest or something, people could just dig in their backyard super easy. You can dig down into
You
the
think
ground.
it's a hobby? That would be a cool hobby. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
just
That'd be
go out in
awesome.
your backyard, dig, make a little bomb shelter. No one's
Little? Why stop there? Just make a huge fortress underground.
Well, I mean, start little. You don't know when the bomb's gonna go off. You don't want to.
I'll be having like a mine system like on a Lord of the Rings down there. Just like
You just got to survive the initial blast, and then you got to wait for the radiation to die down, which is a couple weeks, and then you leave. Right?
yeah.
That's it. That's you're not living there forever.
But that's the thing. You
Get
don't know
the hell
when
out
the
of
radiation
Dodge.
ends. Like that's the scary part is you would have no idea when they're like you just have to hide as long as humanly possible. Like
And then leave.
everything's depleted that you have down there. Like I cannot survive any longer. I'm just gonna
Put
go
some
up.
bicycles down there so you can,
Yeah.
because cars won't work. Maybe, or maybe they do.
Maybe
I
they
don't
will.
know.
I don't know. It's still being debated. If EMPs are really even a thing. But
Oh,
yeah.
and the other thing no one talks about is if you live like in a mountainous area.
Okay.
So, like, say a nuclear bomb goes off like 10 miles away from you, you're not in as much trouble if you live on the other side of a mountain.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I
it
mean? Like-
deflects it. The mountains really they deflect it up. Like they just sort of curves up and goes away. At least it doesn't go continue on. It
Yeah.
gets deflected.
So if you live in something like that, you know.
I think if it went full on just absolute just craziness, I think people would survive. I think there would be survivors all around I think humanity would make a comeback.
Initially, and then within a couple of years, they'd have so many tumors and
People would definitely survive just based on nuclear submarines underwater. They would just not surface from like the North Pole or wherever they're at. That they,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, they could stay under there for a long time, or they'd surface for air only, whatever they do.
I just feel like it'd all be over, dude, because they have thousands, over 12,000 nukes. That's the ones we know about. And then other people have nukes too. You know, I don't know how many
Right.
that is. 10, 100, 500.
It's very little.
You know, like
It's just mainly Russia versus the United States, and then China's just like a
got
wild
a few-
card. Like you have no idea
got
what
like
they have.
almost 1,000. You think
Well,
they'd have more?
No, that's the thing. We have no idea. We have no idea what their military is. Zero. It's impossible to get a spy in there. So that's a rough estimate. They could have
So if they only have
10 times
600,
that.
do you think the United States would go, you know what, man? We've got like 5,000 of these. Let's just do 2,500. Let them rip.
I was just gonna say, let them rip. Just
Let's see what
you
happens.
know what? Let's equalize this real quick.
Let's look at the 600 spots.
Tick for tack.
The 600 spots in America, the top 30 cities they would hit. All
We're
the
a bigger-
military
we're a
bases.
bigger
I
landmass.
think we could eat it. I
Yeah.
think we could take it. I think we'll be all right.
We're a bigger landmass than China. We could do it.
Yeah. If that's the case, if they only have like 600, dude, they don't want none, dude.
They are definitely playing a long game, but yeah.
It would
I mean,
suck for them, dude. Also, it'd suck for the rest of the planet.
dude, they have like 1.4 billion people. If we went person for person and lost our entire country, they wouldn't even bat an eye to that. They'd
But
still
if
be
we-
over a billion.
If we nuked them with a few thousand,
Yes, kill
it'd
a
be
billion
like,
people
it'd be
overnight.
like, oh, all 100,000 people in China are coming after us. You know what I mean? Like,
with the spears,
yeah, and
they have nothing.
their eyes are bleeding from radiation or whatever the hell happens to you.
They try to take. We're taking Taiwan now.
Yeah, go ahead. Good
Taiwan's
luck.
just like, okay, like have at it. We'll just blow you up. But
Yeah, it's not as cool. I mean, growing up, it's Mad Max. That's how you'd think it would happen. And the world
Yeah.
was supposed to end when I was a kid. It was supposed to end around the year 2000 for some reason. It was always like something in the year 2000 was
there's
probably going to
the
happen.
Mayan calendar or Y2K. Remember,
Y2K.
all the computers will crash
I knew somebody.
because of what was it, extra digits or something?
Yeah, it had like it couldn't compute that.
Two more extra
zero.
digits will crash the entire world.
I knew somebody who
What?
went out on New Year's Eve in 1999. They went before it turned 2000. They went to like a cabin and they had like a shotgun and a bunch of food. And they're like, the world's gonna be total chaos.
That sounds awesome.
I was in
like
downtown
that.
Chicago drinking.
You're like,
It's
screw
like
it.
nothing's gonna happen. And then at midnight, and we were like looking around, like
You're like, wow, the sun's coming up early. It's still, it's
the power-
midnight. What
the
is
power
that?
gonna go off? Yeah, nothing happened.
What is that big bright flash in the sky?
Yeah, Oh my God.
Is that the sun? There's two suns? What is this?
We can't control our nukes. We can't control
They're
our nukes.
everywhere.
The extra zeros. We didn't prepare for it.
It's all launching.
Yeah.
That's what happens? All right. But I don't
We're
know.
at DEFCON 1. We are at DEFCON 1. Yeah, dude. You'd hope it would be fun.